What's up, YouTube's Anthony, also known as Monster Suppressor, brings on a video for you guys. And this video tags along my last video about how to become a YouTube commentator. This video is only going to focus on capture cards. If you guys don't know what a capture card is, it's basically the device gamers like to use to record your gameplay footage. Either be console or PC, depending on which capture card you buy, could vary on what features it may have and what it's compatible with. But before I start this commentary, I want to say I'm not sure about Xbox One, but I know with PS4 they have the share button, and with that, while you're in mid-game session, you can record your gameplay directly to your PS4 hard drive. Like I said, I don't have an Xbox One, and I haven't really looked into it, but I'm not sure if they also have a recording feature like this. But I know with PS4, you can definitely record up to 15 minutes, which is really good because that's definitely enough time to record like a Call of Duty match. And what you do after that is you can can upload directly to YouTube, or you can just plug in a USB hard drive or flash drive or hard drive, and just transfer it to there, and then transfer that to your computer and edit it and do whatever you want to it. So that is an alternative to recording gameplay, which I'm 100% sure you can do on PS4. So yeah, that can save you a lot of money. So thanks to Sony for including that feature. You can record your gameplay up to 15 minutes, like I said, without a capture card. I'll probably make a tutorial video if you guys need help on how to do so. But back to this video about capture cards. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm just gonna talk about a lot of popular and best-selling capture cards, and common capture cards that people use on YouTube, and also the capture card I have. But before you consider buying a capture card, you should consider a few factors. Light or weight and size, and also portability if you're interested in traveling with the capture card and recording from gaming events and stuff like that. Also, you want to consider video and audio quality and color correction and whatnot. So that kind of aspect is stuff to consider when picking out which capture card suits you best. And also price range, because I know a lot of younger viewers out there, so a capture card can get pretty pricey because the better quality it has obviously is going to cost more, especially if it's on top of the market and everything. So let's get started. If you guys are wondering what capture card I use an AverMedia LGP Lite. I found a great deal on eBay, and I looked into it, and as you guys can see in my videos, I would say it's pretty solid quality. There's two types of capture cards like this. There is the AverMedia LGP, and the LGP Lite is what I have. It's cheaper, and also I didn't really need the bonus features the original LGP had. There's plenty of features on the AverMedia LGP. Both of them can live stream with, can record up to 1080p, 30 frames per second, and also it's so light and compact. Guys, a few years back, the Hub-Hog HDPVR is basically the standard have-to-have capture card back in the day. It's not that it was heavy or anything, it's just that it was not as compact as most other capture cards are today. This baby it's so tiny. It's probably the size of a smartphone or even your palm, and it's not even a pound either. It's like a few ounces. When I got this baby in the mail, I was so surprised on how small it was and how small the packaging had to be, because I remember HDPVR, it was a big old box, and it if your gaming setup is kind of based off of a desk, it might take up a decent amount of space, so it might be a hassle just having a certain spot to resting an HDPVR like that on. But anyways, so yeah, if you guys were wondering what I use for my videos, it is an AverMedia LGP Lite. You can probably get it around 150 bucks around Amazon. I know it's a bit pricey, but I personally think AverMedia products are definitely worth the money. So if you have the patience, guys, save up the money and definitely check them out. They are always working on new products to put out there, newer capture cards, better quality and all that, and also newer features. So yeah, they also have a lot of internal capture cards. Internal capture cards are different from external capture cards. What I use now on LGP Lite is an external capture card. If you guys don't know what I mean, is an internal capture card is a card which can plug into a desktop tower if you guys have a desktop tower, and you can plug it into your motherboard like a regular cartilage spot really. And basically your console connects directly to your PC, and basically all your videos are recorded directly to your PC. It's pretty solid. Also, it's great for live streaming. There will be no lag at all if you use internal capture card to live stream. One internal capture card that AverMedia does have is called, I believe it's called just the Live Gamer Pro, I believe is what it's called. It's really sweet. I wish I personally had it, but not gonna lie, it's pretty expensive. It's around like 175 bucks. So it was not in my price range, but if I had the money, I definitely would have gotten it. But yeah, guys, definitely worth checking out if you're looking like for internal capture cards. Other popular capture cards out there, the Elgato. There's two types of what people usually buy. The Elgato Game Capture HD came out a few years ago, and definitely a lot of gamers use that. But its features are very similar to the AverMedia LGP, but they have a newer Elgato called the Elgato HD60. Has a great quality videos, but can record up to 60 frames per second. If you guys don't know what that is, basically if you chop up 1 second of video time, like 1 second, usually most cameras and capture cards can record up to 30 frames per second. That's basically the standard for most cameras and video capturing devices. So basically within that 1 second of video time, there's 30 pictures or frames. So basically you put those frames together and basically that turns into a video, 1 second worth of video. But with a higher frame rate, like the new Elgato HD60, which can record up to 60 frames per second, that means 60 pictures or frames are being captured within that 1 second of video time, so the video looks a lot smoother. So that's why when you go to the gear icon in the bottom right corner of a YouTube video, you might see either 720p 60 or 1080p 60. That means the quality is going up, but also the frame rate. So a lot of capture card companies are featuring this 60 frames per second, but since it's kind of new for capture cards and for next gen consoles, being able to record 60 frames or play in 60 frames per second, most capture cards are gonna be a bit pricey if you're trying to get this 60 frames per second feature. But for right now, you don't really need that, to be honest. Yes, it looks great, but I feel like it's not needed. I don't have a capture card that can record 60 frames per second. It can only record up to 30. But people are fine with that, and people are used to seeing most video games in 30 frames per second. And plus, not many video games currently right now can play in 60 frames per second, usually around 30. So that's something to consider, frame rates. But yeah, another capture card, which I did mention earlier, the HD PVR from Hauppauge. Back then, like I said, the first HD PVR was the standard on YouTube. Like, it was the capture card you had to have. But since now that capture cards are advancing and they're getting a lot lighter and smaller, and also now they can record with an HDMI cable instead of component, the HD PVR is not that popular. They have the HD PVR 2. Still has great quality like most capture cards out there, but I feel like people aren't going to lean towards it because the size of it is still bigger than other capture cards like the Elgato and AverMedia LGP, like I said. It's not like it's heavier or anything. It's just bigger in scale. So, like I said, depending if like your game setup is, based off like a desk or a small space, it might not be best suited. So that's something to consider. The size of it. But yeah. I'm just gonna talk about one more capture card because I don't want to make this video too long, and it is a Roxio Game Capture HD Pro. I want to mention this capture card because for you guys who are balling on a budget, this is definitely a capture card to look into because I've actually looked into Roxio Game Capture, and they're definitely one of the best capture cards to start out with if you guys are new to YouTube and you don't want to spend that much money on a higher end capture card. You can see a bunch of videos on YouTube checking out the quality, but honestly, if I didn't have a job or anything, or I didn't have a lot of money, I'd definitely look into buying a Roxio, because it's definitely a great capture card to start out with, because I know it comes with software, like beginner software, if you want to use that, and also like I said, pretty decent quality for $100. So yeah, guys, check out these capture cards, guys, because these are definitely some of the most popular ones out there. So I'm gonna end the video around here. If you have any trouble or need any help, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna leave a bunch of links in the description below for these capture cards on Amazon or the actual company site. So yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @MySuppressor. You want to check out my last video, annotation to the left. And alright, guys, I'm out. Peace.